Can I get you anything, Miss Weber?
No, thank you. Actually, I would love to take a nap after my therapy session.
Mr. Cassadine?
No, thank you. Okay, so my grandmother was here. I'm sure she made her presence known to the staff.
Actually, she makes donations to Shady Brook. She made it pretty clear she can control my treatment anytime she'd like.
I'll make sure that she doesn't interfere.
She thinks this baby is yours, Nicholas. She's already planning to shove Spencer aside and groom this child to take over the Cassadine inheritance.
I would never let him think that he's second best. Look, Elizabeth, I realize that you think I'm a neglectful parent, and you're right. I confess to making my share of mistakes and trying to raise my son.
But you hardly see Spencer. He spends more time with that nanny than he does with you.
I know.
And a child needs to know that his parent loves him and wants to be with him.
Well, you can guide me if it turns out I'm a father again. And all things considered, I think we should find that out sooner than later. I've looked into some options here. And it's completely up to you, of course, but would you be willing to take an earlier paternity test?
Being honest with Elizabeth is easier said than done with the state she's in.
All right, let's start with the basics. Do you still love her?
I have no idea. I mean, I can't tell the difference between hating her or loving her. It feels like the same thing right now. We've already been married twice, and every time something breaks us apart.
Yeah, but you were still willing to try again.
I know, I thought that Elizabeth was the love of my life and that we'd put all of the betrayals behind us. But there she was, having sex with my own brother for months. I mean, how do you get past something like that?
Do you want to get past that?
I don't think it's possible.
Look, when Spinelli found out that I was cheating on him, he was devastated. And so was I. I thought the only way to fix things would be to let Spinelli have one night with any girl he wanted. Obviously, he didn't. Spinelli showed me that forgiveness isn't about revenge sex. He forgave me from his heart.
Oh, my hat's off to Spinelli.
What I'm trying to say is that forgiveness either happens or it doesn't. Right now, it seems like you're not ready to forgive Elizabeth. You're still angry and you feel betrayed, but you're lying to her and acting like all those feelings are in the past. Is it really fair to let her base her recovery off something that's not even real?
What am I supposed to do? She's in the middle of a breakdown. Am I supposed to just yell and scream at her?
Find another way to help her. If you don't, you're both gonna end up in pain.
I gotta get down to Pier 52.
Are you sure you're okay to work right now?
Yeah, work might be the only thing I am okay to do. Oh, Maxie, thank you. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
PCPD could use a guy like you.
Rough night?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got into a fender bender. I was driving way too fast, basically asking for trouble.
You've had good reason.
Listen, I don't know if you've heard or if you're aware, but, Elizabeth's pregnant. Nicholas is most likely the father.
I'm sorry. How's Elizabeth doing?
Not good. She checked herself into Shady Brook. Although I don't know how much progress she can make until she has a paternity test.
You're talking about that procedure where the doctor takes a sample of my placenta.
Yeah, it can be done as early as 10 weeks.
Right. Right, and the risk of miscarriage is only slightly higher than 1 in 100. But if I wait to do an amnio between the 15th and 18th week, then the risk goes down to 1 in 300 and only 1 in 500 if I wait to do it in the 3rd trimester.
The doctors at General Hospital have a higher success rate with the CVS testing. It's something to consider, that's all I'm saying.
Early testing is usually done when the baby's health is in question. There's no need to rush when we're testing for the baby's paternity.
Unless it brings you peace of mind.
If Lucky is a father, then my choice is clear.
Oh.
And
if it's mine, we need to seriously discuss the future.
I don't want to think about this right
all,
now.
All I'm suggesting is that the sooner you know, the sooner you can start
you're
planning.
pressuring me. There's a lot on my mind.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pressure you. I'm sorry. Do the CVS, amnio, whatever. Nothing. Don't do anything. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's right. It is up to me, and I'll make my own decision.
The baby will be a blessing, no matter who the father is.
If there's any way I can help Elizabeth or Jake, you know.
Thanks, but there's nothing you can do. I just thought you'd want to know.
Well, whatever's gone wrong, Elizabeth is a good mother. And, I mean, if Nicholas is the father of...
Jason, I'm still Cam and Jake's father, okay? So whatever decisions Nicholas and Elizabeth decide to make, nothing's going to change that. You have my word. I'm going back to my meetings, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that the boys have at least one stable parent.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, back to work. How does this go? I interrogate you and you stonewall me, right? Want to get started?
I just happen to be passing by.
The Corinthos shipment was hijacked. Somebody's looking to start a mob war. I'm thinking it might be in both of our best interests to work together on this and figure it out so we can take them down. But I think I know what you're going to say.
I agree.